Yeah.
I don't know. It is something. I don't know if that is the only one. Maybe somebody out there will let us know about that. Last night the Indians weren't a casualty. They had a good night.
No, that's great. They got a long way to go to catch Iowa if they're and move into second place in the American Association. They haven't tossed in the towel just yet. They got a long way to go. They beat Iowa last night 5-4. They got all 5 of their runs in the third inning. Skeeter Barnes had a 3-run double in that inning, and then Bobby Molinaro followed up with a 2-run home run. Ron Robinson picked up his first victory of the season for the Tribe. They just got that young man. So the Indians take off now for a lengthy road trip. They'll be in Evansville, then they go to, I think it's Louisville, then to Iowa, and then back home for the final homestand of the year. In the majors, the L.A. Dodgers blew a golden opportunity to make up ground on Western Division leading Atlanta, but for the Braves, even a commanding lead may not be enough to make up for yesterday's loss of a key player for the rest of the year. The Braves were shut out by the San Diego Padres 4-0, but the Atlanta Braves lost the services of third baseman Bob Horner for the rest of the season when he broke his right wrist sliding into second base in an attempt to break up a double play. He'll be out for at least 8 weeks. Dodgers fell to the Giants 7-3 at home. Jeff Leonard drove in 4 runs with a homer and a triple to key the Frisco win. In the National League East, St. Louis continues to slide. Montreal handed the Cardinals their 12th loss in their last 14 games, 5-1. Gary Carter hit a 9th-inning 2-run home run. The Phillies, behind Steve Carlton and his 11 strikeouts and a Mike Schmidt grand slam home run, blanked the Chicago Cubs yesterday afternoon 5-0. Pirates stay within a game and a half of the top in the East with a 4-2 win over New York, and Jose Cruz slammed a pair of home runs to help Houston humble Cincinnati 9-1. In the American League, Chicago's Britt Burns, making his first start in more than 2 weeks, held the Yankees to 3 hits. The White Sox won it 1-0. Baltimore got a solid pitching performance from rookie Mike Boddicker, but it was the power of John Lowenstein that carried them to their 6-4 win. His 3-run home run highlighted a 5-run 6th. Moose Haas has now thrown 26 straight shutout innings, a new Milwaukee club record. Last night he went 8 innings. The Brewers topped Boston 2-0. Toronto literally walked away with a win in Cleveland last night. Jamie Easterly passed Willie Upshaw on 4 straight pitches with the bases loaded, giving the Blue Jays their 4th straight win 3-2. A's rookie Gordon Heimilder pitched a 5-hit shutout, 5-0 over the California Angels. Frank White drove in 3 runs with a single and a triple to carry Kansas City past Detroit 6-4. Minnesota beat Seattle by a 7-4 score last night. Elsewhere in the world of sports this morning, Lynn Hartledge of Floyd's Knobs, Indiana, leads 4 golfers who qualify for the U.S. Amateur Golf Championships next month. They were playing weather from the official weather station, calling for mostly sunny through tomorrow. Afternoon highs today and tomorrow, 92, overnight 70. We've got sunshine, a little bit of haze up there. 68 at the airport, 71 at WIBC.
And Big John with you in the WIBC 1070 Whirlybird. Gary, we understand there's been an accident possibly involving a small airplane down in the Martinsville area. We're going to go have a look for and at that. We'll keep you advised. Traffic is doing just fine. It's going to be a unique kind of traffic moving around through our area during the course of the Indiana State Fair. And that, of course, would be the Fair Train. We've just been up by the Railroad Museum in Noblesville where they're assembling the entourage right now, and it looks pretty sharp. In fact, our own Jim Vincent will be on the scene with some on-the-spot reports as it makes its inaugural run to get into position for what's coming up. That's the way things are going right now. We will keep you informed and advised here at WIBC.
We've got it all this summer at the Indiana State Fair. Great things to eat, we've got it, and people to meet, we've got it. For family and friends, what a great day of fun. Bringing out the kid in everyone. Shows and rides, we've got it. Come on, we'll see you there. We've got it all just waiting for you at the Indiana State Fair.
Come see and hear entertainment's brightest stars. You'll rock to the red-hot sounds of Loverboy, the classic beat of the Greg Kinn Band, and the hardcore standards of Cheap Trick. Feel the glitter of Las Vegas when Wayne Newton takes the stage, or party with the surfing sounds of the Beach Boys. You'll find a special good time at this year's fair, August 17th through the 28th. It's all there and more, too.
We've got it all just waiting for you at the Indiana State Fair.
Need a car loan?
Go ahead.
Go to Merchants.
Get ahead.
Get that car loan.
Phone ahead.
Give us a call.
Loan ahead.
From 9 to 5.
Go ahead. Get ahead. Phone ahead. Loan ahead. Call Merchants Bank at 267-6161. Call now. 267.
Get on the line.
6161.
And get that loan.
267.
Get the wheels turning.
6161.
Get your wheels, you earned them.
Go ahead. Get ahead. Phone ahead. Loan ahead.
Merchants has car loans.
6161.
Just call and apply.
267.
We do the paperwork.
6161.
That's how it ought to work.
267.
Fixed or variable rates.
6161.
Call while the getting's great.
That's 267.
Then come and get it
6161.
at your neighborhood branch.
Go ahead, get ahead, loan ahead, loan ahead. Call Merchants Bank at 267-6161. Call now.
There must be lights burning brighter.
Elvis, the legend of a king.
The people were looking for something different, and I was lucky. I came along just in time.
Elvis.
He wanted to be a great actor. Then when they started throwing all these just sing-songy type movies at him, he just couldn't wait to get through with them.
Elvis Presley.
Listen, as a man, the most fantastic humanitarian that I've ever known in my life.
Elvis, the legend of a king. Tonight at 7:05 here on 1070 WIBC.
At WIBC with Gary Todd, a look at Indianapolis weather. Mostly sunny through tomorrow. High today at about 92, overnight 70. We started out with a clear Indianapolis sky. This is reminiscent of yesterday morning. Now starting to cloud up a little bit. It is hazy outside. 68 degrees at the airport, 71 at WIBC. A check of our National Weather Service color radar, however, shows no precipitation anywhere in our state of Indiana at this hour.
The potato chip that speaks for itself. Mike sells potato chips.
If you're planning a picnic or cookout anytime soon, or if you're just getting together with friends, be sure your plans include lots of Mike Sells potato chips, because Mike Sells are packed in resealable foil and convenient twin packs to lock in freshness for that great one-of-a-kind Mike Sells taste. So when you get together for any occasion, be sure to pick up plenty of Mike Sells regular, groovy, and flavored potato chips. Mike Sells, they are delicious.
You're gonna love 'em. You're gonna love 'em. Try Mike Sells. You can't get enough of 'em. Mike Sells potato chips. Mike Sells potato chips. They're so delicious. The potato chip that speaks for itself. Mike Sells potato chips.
We're going to have a fun hour coming up. We've got Rocky Aoki in town. We have got Flip Wilson in town. They're both going to be with us and with you on the telephones. We'll be talking about something special today. They're going to have hot air balloon rides out of Keystone at the Crossing, tethered rides, and it proceeds to benefit Indiana Special Olympics. And if you know a Special Olympian, you get them over there today, and we'll have Rocky tell us more about that, but they're going to be riding free. So that should be fun, and Flip will be here along with Geraldine, and who knows what else is going to happen, and you can talk to him. This coming up next hour at Gary's place at WIBC.
There's a great reason to buy a Chrysler-made car. The service professionals at the Pentastar.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Standish. I'm calling from the dealership that serviced your car yesterday.
Yes. Anything wrong?
I hope not. In fact, I'm calling to see if you're completely satisfied with the service you received from us.
You mean you really want to know?
Certainly. And be as frank as you please.
But no one ever cared before.
Your Indianapolis Dodge and Chrysler Plymouth dealers follow up every service job with a phone call to see if the customer is 100% satisfied. It's part of Chrysler Corporation's new program to improve dealership service. A program that created a new class of expert technicians called the Service Professionals, whose job is keeping you satisfied. The Service Professionals, only at Indianapolis Dodge and Chrysler Plymouth dealers.
'Cause Chrysler cares about service.
It's 8 o'clock, WIBC News Time.
Radio Indiana, WIBC Indianapolis.
Plane down south of the city.
A former member of the Faith Assembly calls it a cult.
I'm Fred Heckman.
I'm Joe Pickett, and this is WIBC News for White Arts Printers for all your printing needs.
In the last half hour, we've had a plane crash. The plane went down south of Centerton between Martinsville and Mooresville in Morgan County. The FAA tower at Indianapolis International Airport lost the plane from its radar.
Oh, he was in the air. Yes, he was northeast of Martinsville when we lost him on the radar, so he's somewhere in that vicinity.
The plane was found only a few moments ago with several people hurt. 6 to 7 people is the report that we have. On the telephone now is State Police Lieutenant Ken Hollingsworth. Ken, what can you add to the story?
Okay, Fred. An Army helicopter is hovering in the vicinity at this time over the accident site. We understand from the Army personnel, as you said, that there are 6 to 7 individuals injured. We have no, obviously, knowledge at this time the extent of injuries. Our Parklandville officers from the Indiana State Police are en route, although they have not at this time reached the scene yet.
Okay, Lieutenant Hollings, well, thank you very much. At this time, we will switch to John Gillis in the 1070 Whirlybird. He is approaching the scene. John, are you close at all now or not? John Gillis in the 1070 Whirlybird, can you hear us?
Yes, go ahead, Fred. We've got you loud and clear.
Are you near the scene, John?
No, as a matter of fact, we're just proceeding down Highway 37 from the south side of town now. All we can tell you is what we've heard over the state police radio, which is that this plane is down about a mile north of Martinsville and somewhat west of Highway 37. We imagine we'll be on the scene within about 10 minutes and get back to you with more information. We understand also there may be some injuries involved, although we don't know how severe they might be, or, of course, any reason why the plane might have gone down. But we'll be checking up on all that, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible here at WIBC.
Lieutenant Ken Hollingsworth just told us a few moments ago, John, that there's an Army helicopter, a National Guard helicopter probably, circling the crash site. That may give you some indication down there. In other accidents this morning, there's a double fatality accident with 7 people injured in Clark County on I-65. I-65 has been blocked for some time. IU wide receiver Dwayne Gunn walked away from an accident at West Lane and Ditch early this morning. His car hit a pole and flipped. Gunn didn't want medical treatment and signed a medical release. There is talk of making convicted drunk drivers carry bumper stickers on their car saying they had been convicted of such a charge. We're asking our listeners this morning, do you agree or not? You may respond by dialing LISTENS, L-I-S-T-E-N-S. It's now 8:03.
Welcome to the practical world of full-service printing. You'll find it at White Arts. At White Arts, we take your business printing needs seriously because we think you do, too. And one practical consideration White Arts can assist you with is the ink color to be used. We can work with you to achieve exactly what you're looking for, whether it's for a special effect or maybe to match an existing color you're using. Now, maybe that may seem like a small detail, but it can really make the difference between just getting something printed and achieving a really quality printed piece. And custom ink color is just one of the practical ways White Arts is ready to serve you. Call White Arts for your next business printing assignment. We'll come to your office and work out all the details. White Arts. We're practically like having a full-service printer right on your staff.
In Bloomington, an early morning fire heavily damaged the Jewish community center there. Firefighters battled that fire for 3.5 hours. The cause of the blaze is still under investigation, but the possibility of arson has not been ruled out.
That's to the south. To the north, a woman who was taken from the Faith Assembly Church says that church is a cult. Nigel Olson of Genoa, Illinois, spoke to a group in Warsaw about her year in the controversial church.
Hobart Freeman was telling them all that the doctors are evil, that if an incision is made on these people in the hospital, that evil spirits will come into these people.
The Faith Assembly got attention a few years ago when members started dying in childbirth. The church is against doctors and against hospitals, and about 50 members have died. Nigel Olson left her husband for the church after she became pregnant. David Olson said he spent $12,000 to get his wife out of the church and have her deprogrammed. He plans to sue the church to try to get back the money he spent to recover her, and is trying to raise the money through speaking engagements.
In another suit, Methodist Hospital is going to court to collect more than $373,000 for emergency care of indigents. The hospital is suing the Marion County Welfare Department in an effort to collect those funds. And a Welfare Department spokesman says the agency will submit a 1984 budget request today that includes more than $4 million to pay indigent care bills owed to Methodist and other hospitals. The assistant director of the Welfare Department, Larry Miller, says attempts to pay Methodist have hit a snag since the law authorizing the payments took effect back in 1982.
We've done stories on the attempt by the Guardian Angels to set up their street patrols here in Indianapolis. Andy Zahner visited the founder of the Angels in New York City.
Curtis Lewa knows people wonder about him. He's been asked before what profit he gets from the Guardian Angels, and why would anybody from a place like New York City bother to help other people. Leading 5,000 angels in 40 American cities hasn't made Sliwa rich. He says watching his program succeed is the reward.
And it's impossible for me to explain it
But there's a lot of Americans out there, and including in Indianapolis, who work on the same premise I do. The problem is that they've not received the same attention and recognition. They've always had to explain why they volunteer their time, why they devote so many hours to trying to betterment the quality of life. And quite frankly, because I've been put into that slot and a lot of attention is being paid, people think that this is so unusual and so bizarre and that there has to be an ulterior motive. I say there have been literally thousands before myself, but I object to the fact that you have to be of the age of a Mother Teresa or a Dr. Albert Schweitzer before anybody begins to pay attention to those who've dedicated their lives to helping people.
Sliwa says preventing crime is only part of the Angels' success. A bigger part is the involvement of kids who need something to do and something to believe in. Andy Zahner, WIBC News.
Talks with a federal mediator are set for today in the three-day-old Continental Airlines strike. Yesterday, the company says it began replacing striking workers. And in the nationwide strike against AT&T, the first formal talks begin today. Among the issues, salary, job security, and working conditions.
President Reagan has likened his Central American policy to a neighborhood watch system that keeps out bullies and troublemakers. Reagan told the VFW convention in New Orleans yesterday that the United States is making quiet, solid progress. The president now vacationing at his California ranch.
The president of Chad says he's willing to negotiate directly with Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi to end the fighting in the African nation.
And now let's take a look at my town, Indy, where 5th and 6th graders in our Indy schools will be able to roll dice, shuffle cards, and count money in social studies classes, at least according to the folks at Aetna Insurance, who've made available a new game called Money Works. It was developed by teachers to help youngsters acquire money and financial skills they'll need to know throughout their lives. The game uses entertainment, vivid design, and Pac-Man to teach the concepts. Among the items in the program, one that helps students understand that cars, clothing, toys, and other things in life do not appear by parental magic. It explores financial goal setting and investment vehicles such as money market funds, stocks, and bonds. In cities where the game has been tested, the response has been most favorable. Speaking of games, a new generation of video games in the form of Dragon's Lair opens at the various Showbiz pizza places here. It combines Laserdisc video with computer programming and stereo sound. It's an animated cartoon adventure that requires the player to choose options to move a knight through 42 dangerous escapades to rescue a beautiful princess. A far cry from the old pinball machines. There are 24 happy Indy young men and women back from a successful invasion of Columbus, Ohio. The 24, all Explorer Scouts, competing in 30 sports events with almost 600 contestants from all over the United States in the U.S. Explorer Olympics. Want you to know, our Indy Scout Olympians came back with a tie for first place, 30 medals and 9 golds. 14 boys and 10 girls made the trip. One of the young ladies, Lisa Fendley, a junior at Franklin Central, was invited to work out at the U.S. Women's Judo Training Camp in Colorado Springs as a possible Olympian. Lisa took first place in her weight class in judo, in weightlifting, third in archery, and played on the girls' soccer team that picked up a silver. Congrats to a great group of athletes, and that's My Town Indy.
It's 9 minutes past 8.
Have you reached your 30th birthday yet? If your answer is yes, your farmer's agent would like to congratulate you. You are now eligible to apply for Farmer's Special 30/60 auto policy. And if you qualify, you could save money on your premiums. Here are the facts. Farmers Insurance Group, FIG, knows that drivers between the ages of 30 and 60 tend to be safer and more careful on the highway. You are the drivers who take fewer chances and have fewer accidents. That's why Farmers believes you should get special consideration on your car insurance. If you qualify, you can save a substantial amount on your premiums. Farmers is constantly working to keep the costs of insurance down and the amount of protection up. So while they can't do much about the high cost of operating your car, they can help out with this special 30/60 policy. Get all the facts from your fast, fair, and friendly Farmers agent, whose number is in the yellow pages.
Indianapolis weather, mostly sunny through tomorrow. High today and tomorrow, 92. Low tonight, 70. Right now, the barometric pressure, 30.12 and steady. The wind out of the south at 3. Relative humidity, 71%. And under sunny skies, 72 degrees at the airport, 74 degrees at WIBC.
It's here in the show with that feeling of pride, and you're gonna know it when you step inside. Brooks the one.
Last year, I was a dumb first grader. I didn't think it mattered where I got my school supplies. But now that I'm in second grade, I know better.
Hey, Johnny, where'd you get the neat notebook?
Hooks! This year, I got all my back-to-school stuff at Hooks. They've got a whole bunch of neat notebooks, rulers, crayons, lunch boxes.
Did you get the new pencils, too?
Yeah, at Hooks. And Hooks has typing paper, pens, and calculators for bigger kids.
I forgot my scissors and paste.
I got mine at Hooks. This year, I'm ready for school, because I got all my supplies at Hooks. It's amazing the things you learn with age.
Yeah, Hooks, the one for you. Hooks, the one for you. Hooks, the one.
11 minutes past 8 at WIBC. Busy morning for Big John.
We are now in the WIBC 1070 Whirlybird gear, about a mile west of Highway 37 and a mile or so north of Martinsville. And on the scene where, in fact, there was a plane crash this morning, is a set of power lines that runs through here. They were not involved. The plane apparently was heading to the west and came down into this soybean field near the east end of the field. And we can spot the track now as it runs all the way through the field. And then for some reason, I guess the front end of the plane caught a chuck hole or something, and it flipped end over end. So it is now upside down, lying on its back. The wings have been ripped off. There's quite a bit of equipment on the scene here. We've got an ambulance, pickup trucks apparently driving by, 2 or 3 county units and a couple of state units. So there's plenty of help here now. We have no idea as how many people were on board or as to what their condition might be at the moment, but there is work going on right now. Don't see a fire truck on the scene, but it also doesn't look like the plane burned. So apparently they got it safely down. Must have lost an engine, and it looks like they did make an emergency landing in the field, and it went pretty well right up till the end of the run. So apparently could have been much more serious, but that's pretty much what the situation is right now. We'll investigate a little bit further.
John, you talking single or multi-engine?
It's tough to tell. We think it was a twin engine, but as I say, it's upside down now, and what would have been the left wing is folded across the bottom and laying over the right where the other engine pod would be. Pretty good size aircraft, whatever it might have been. Again, it's kind of demolished, but you can clearly see that it is lying upside down on its back. So we'll advise you more shortly. I think we're going to be able to land here and have a word with some of the emergency crew that's on the scene. More coming up here at WIBC. Did this report at Gary's Place for Merchants.
Cirrus means the same green machine card you used all around the clock, all around the town, can now be used at Cirrus 24-hour tellers all around the country. Cirrus, all-around banking from Merchants Bank.
Sports time now with Bay.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Los Angeles Rams 30-17 in a National Football League exhibition game in Anaheim last night, but afterwards, Dallas head coach Tom Landry wasn't necessarily in the mood to talk about his club's victory. He had something else on his mind. In particular, a recent story in the New York Daily News stating that cocaine is used by as many as 50% of the players in the NFL, with particularly heavy users on the Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers club.
It's poor journalism because there's no proof. When you don't have proof, you shouldn't make accusations like that because they're not true. And sure, there's problems in the National Football League with some of the players, but my gosh, when you say 50% of them, and then you condemn the Cowboys and the 49ers without any facts at all to prove it, then that's just poor journalism, in my opinion.
Quoting unnamed sources, the New York Daily News said that there are about 10 players on a team that are hardcore users of drugs, that the numbers are higher than many people could even imagine. NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle was quoted as telling the newspaper, "You have done your research well. It's a problem which has been whispered about for some time, but now it's out in the open, and who knows how far it may reach."
Hey, Central Indiana, rest up and get ready for the event of the summer, the Moonlight Run. Saturday, September 10th at 6:30 p.m. The Moonlight Run is a special 10-kilometer celebration sponsored by Red Lobster Restaurants, Central Indiana Pontiac dealers, Athlete Foot Stores, and 1070 WIBC for the benefit of the Central Indiana Easter Seal Society. And what a night it'll be. Prizes, trophies, music, a sweepstakes, and more. To enter the run, all you have to do is fill out an entry blank and make a $5 donation to Easter Seals. You'll get an official Moonlight Run t-shirt, race rules and information with special valuable coupons. Anyone who fills out an entry blank, whether or not you race or donate, is automatically entered in the Moonlight Run sweepstakes with a grand prize of a 1983 Pontiac Firebird. No purchase necessary. Entry blanks are available at the Central Indiana Pontiac dealers, Athlete Foot Stores, and Red Lobster Restaurants. So get ready for the Moonlight Run Saturday, September 10th.
It's 8:15 with Gary Todd at WIBC. It's sunny, 72 at the airport, 74 at the studio. Rocky Aoki and Flip Wilson will be joining us in just a couple of minutes after this tribute to Elvis.
7 lonely days and a dozen times ago,